Chapter 1. The Rise of Peksater. Peace. Peksater was also known as Pekerslo, stood as a symbol of unity and strength during a transformative period in ancient history. She was a Nubian queen who lived during the 25th Dynasty of Egypt, a time when the Nubian and Egyptian cultures were intricately intertwined. The 25th Dynasty, also known as the Nubian Dynasty or the Kushite Empire, saw the rise of powerful leaders from Nubia who reasserted control over Egypt. This dynasty is marked by its remarkable leaders who were dedicated to restoring the traditions and grandeur of the ancient Egyptian civilization. Chapter 2. Peksater's royal lineage. Peksater was born into royalty, her lineage tracing back to the powerful Kushite kings. Her father, King Kushite, was instrumental in the reunification of Upper and Lower Egypt under Nubian rule. Peksater's marriage to Pharaoh Pianki, her brother, solidified her position as queen consort of both Nubia and Egypt. As queen, Peksater played a crucial role in the religious and cultural revival of Egypt. She was deeply involved in the construction of temples and the restoration of monuments, ensuring that the grandeur of Egypt's past was not only preserved but enhanced. Chapter 3. The Cultural Renaissance. Under the rule of the Nubian Dynasty, Egypt experienced a cultural renaissance. The Kushite rulers were fervent followers of Amun, the chief deity of Thebes, and they invested heavily in religious architecture. Temples were rebuilt and new monuments were erected celebrating the gods and the greatness of the pharaohs. Peksater herself was a devout worshipper of Amun and played a significant role in promoting religious ceremonies and festivals. Her influence extended to the priesthood, where she supported the elevation of high priests and ensured that religious practices were conducted with utmost reverence and splendor. Chapter 4. The Legacy of Unity. The reign of Peksater and the 25th Dynasty is remembered for its emphasis on unity and cultural synthesis. The Nubian rulers embraced the traditions of both Nubia and Egypt, creating a unique blend that enriched both civilizations. This period saw advancements in art, architecture, and governance, leaving a legacy that would inspire future generations. Peksater's contributions to this era of greatness were not only through her political and religious influence, but also through her personal dedication to the well-being of her people. She was known for her wisdom, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the prosperity of Nubia and Egypt. Chapter 5. Reflections of Greatness. The story of Peksater is a testament to the power of unity and the enduring strength of cultural heritage. Her reign, marked by significant achievements and profound impact, serves as a reminder of the greatness that can be achieved through cooperation and reverence for tradition. As we reflect on the past, we are encouraged to draw inspiration from Peksater's legacy. Her story teaches us that greatness is not merely a product of power, but of wisdom, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to the values that define us. By embracing our history and learning from the remarkable figures who shaped it, we can forge a future that honors the past while striving for new heights of excellence. Chapter 6. The Strategic Alliances and Military Prowess. One of the cornerstones of the 25th Dynasty's success was its strategic alliances and military strength. Peksater's consort Pharaoh Pianki was a master tactician and warrior. He led campaigns that extended the influence of the Nubian dynasty far beyond its traditional borders, securing Egypt from internal strife and external threats. Pianki's famous campaign into Lower Egypt demonstrated not only his military genius, but also his capacity for diplomacy. He conquered without unnecessary bloodshed, often accepting the surrender of cities and integrating them into his empire with minimal conflict. Peksater supported these efforts, ensuring that the transitions were smooth and that the newly conquered regions were treated with respect and fairness. Chapter 7. Architectural Marvels. The reign of Peksater and her consort was also marked by an ambitious program of architectural development. Inspired by the grandeur of earlier dynasties, they initiated the construction of magnificent temples, palaces, and monuments that celebrated their reign and honored the gods. One of the most notable projects was the expansion of the Temple of Amun at Karnak. Peksater personally oversaw the embellishment of this sacred site, commissioning intricate carvings and grand statues that depicted the gods in all their glory. These constructions not only served religious purposes, but also stood as symbols of the dynasty's strength and commitment to the cultural and spiritual heritage of Egypt. Chapter 8. The role of women in the dynasty. The 25th dynasty was notable for the significant roles women played in its governance and religious life. Peksater, along with other royal women, was not merely a passive consort, but an active participant in the administration and religious affairs of the state. Royal women held titles such as God's Wife of Amun, which conferred significant religious and political power. Peksater's influence extended to advising on state matters, mediating in political disputes, and ensuring the stability of the dynasty through strategic marriages and alliances. Chapter 9. The Artistic Renaissance. Under Peksater's influence, there was a revival of the arts that celebrated both Nubian and Egyptian aesthetics. Sculptors, painters, and craftsmen were encouraged to create works that reflected the unique blend of the two cultures. Peksater herself was a patron of the arts, commissioning works that depicted scenes of everyday life, religious rituals, and historical events. This artistic renaissance not only enriched the cultural landscape, but also ensured that the legacy of the 25th dynasty would be remembered for its contributions to the arts and culture. Chapter 10. The Enduring Legacy. The legacy of Peksater and the 25th dynasty endured long after their reign. The period they governed was seen as a golden age of unity and cultural renaissance. Their emphasis on the continuity of tradition coupled with innovative governance left a lasting impact on both Nubia and Egypt. Peksater's contributions to the religious, cultural, and political life of Egypt set a standard for future rulers. Her wisdom, dedication, and leadership exemplified the qualities of a great queen who worked tirelessly for the prosperity and harmony of her people. Chapter 11. Lessons from the past. As we look back at the era of Peksater, we are reminded of the power of unity and the importance of cultural heritage. The story of Peksater is not just a historical account, but a source of inspiration. It teaches us that greatness is achieved through a deep respect for the past, a commitment to cultural and spiritual values, and the courage to lead with wisdom and compassion. The reign of Peksater encourages us to embrace our heritage and strive for excellence in all our endeavors. By learning from the past, we can build a future that honors the legacy of those who came before us and continues the journey towards greatness. Kindly click like, subscribe, and share this channel.